tomorrow I have a meeting. I have a business meeting tomorrow.
Sir? Oh, sweetheart. Here, take this.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Uncle White at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies. Soul-inspiring content. Value for money. New Look, the magazine that reports on our values, attitudes, and faith for discerning people. Roper Report Monthly Magazine. Get your copies from all Shell shops, Total shops, and the supermarket near you. Or call 0302-231188 for subscription. Okay. Okay.
Hello, once again, my apologies for the break. Have you heard this statement before? That when it rains, it pours. Everything that could go wrong technically with this presentation has gone wrong, but thank God that we've been able to return with it. And we're taking your questions for those joining us. This is Encore, my Facebook Live platform. We've just looked at how to live with a woman successfully. We looked at emotional intelligence and how to develop what it is, how to develop it, and how it makes a difference in various situations. I gave 6 scenarios, and then I was taking your questions when Nee's question, I think, brought the heavens down and knocked us off. So now let's take some more questions, and then we go.
Uncle from Esinam Akosia. Uncle, please, is it true men apologize to women whereby they do not mean it?
Now, what's going on? What's the young man doing to you? Well, men generally, men don't do things they don't mean to do. That's good men, decent men. So if he's apologizing, please take his apology and then work with that. I suspect the problem here may be this: that he's apologized for the same thing over and over and over. He does it, he apologizes, and you think, okay, if he's apologized and admitted that it is not right, he will not do it again. Then next you know, he's doing the same thing again. Then he apologizes. So the next time he apologizes, it doesn't sound significant. It doesn't sound weighty enough. But engage him and talk with him. But don't throw his apology in his face. If you do, he would stop apologizing.
Uncle Abel, many thanks for these inspiring thoughts. Please, can we equate being diplomatic, that is silent treatment, to emotional intelligence?
Well, in the first place, we can't even equate silent treatment with being diplomatic. Silent treatment is vicious, and all the ladies there, I know, it looks like when a lady is born and she's being named, she's given that strategy, that apply cold treatment to your man whenever you want. It doesn't help. No. Emotional intelligence does not necessarily mean cold treatment at all. Cold treatment is a very different thing. It is not even about diplomatic. Diplomatic is watching your words. This one is much more broader. It's watching, I watch my emotions, I evaluate my emotions. Why am I doing the things I do? Why is this thing irritating me? Should it irritate me? How do I ensure that next time it doesn't irritate me? The thing that is irritating me, where is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of pain? In other words, have I been the cause of this? And therefore, why shouldn't I take it and use it to build a better relationship? So no, emotional intelligence is far bigger than being diplomatic.
From Anita Kwe. But uncle, I have realized that as we grow older, partners tend to take some of these things for granted. Familiarity sets in and then so problems.
So true, and I agree with you, and it's unfortunate. And that is why every now and then partners in a marriage, in a relationship, will have to revisit their relationship and their marriage and go over issues so that you remember what used to work and go back. I have a term, I call it going back to fundamentals. Every now and then, go back to fundamentals. And then you will revive and rejuvenate your relationship. And it gets sweeter and sweeter. Relationships will get sweeter as the days go by. The older a relationship is, the better, the more comfortable it should be, the more interesting it should be, the more fun it should be, the more interesting the sex should be. If it is not, then your relationship is not growing.
From Alan McAfee. Uncle, how can I deal with a jealous wife?
By not making her jealous. It's as simple as that, isn't it? I'm sure there are triggers for her jealousy. And sometimes we are not that sensitive to our women. For instance, let me give you a scenario. You go to church with your wife. After church, everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody, they are coming to you. Oh, brother, so and so, brother, so and so, brother, can you do this? And your wife is there, or your girlfriend is there. You've forgotten. They are coming to you and offloading. Who is your woman going to offload to? You take a woman to a party, and you get there, and all your fans are there, and you are going from table to table, and you've left the woman there, and you are giving attention to somebody else. Of course, she will not be happy. So sometimes a jealous wife means that you would have to watch your actions a little bit more. When a woman is secure in the knowledge that my man is for me and will not cheat on me, will not disappoint me, she learns to cope with her feelings of insecurity. You're making your woman insecure. Stop that.
From Nana AB. Uncle, please, how do you manage your inner feelings about your partner, especially when it is negative?
Oh, inner feelings like what? You're not happy with her? Or you think you married the wrong person? What exactly are we talking about? Inner feelings. Then you don't have the luxury now of trying to answer the question, is she the right person for me? It's over. You can't ask that question. So stop playing with that question. This is the woman you have. Your task. How do you fulfill this woman? How do you make her happy? How do you make her stronger? How do you make her more confident? That's your task. And if you are not doing it, it doesn't matter whether you married the wrong person or not. You are failing, and you should rise up to the challenge.
From Kathy. Uncle Ebo, please, what does it mean when guys say they don't want to ruin a relationship, so they want to take their time?
Well, Abizi, you're a woman, so try to explain that. What exactly, like, you're asking about marriage or something, and he is not eager for the marriage or what? Take their time to do what? To take this to another level, to take the relationship to another level or not?
Most probably.
I don't think the question is that clear, so let me not venture an answer unless I'll be answering the wrong question.
All right. Uncle Phoebe says, it's a shame how some guys miss out on great relationships when they fail to pass the emotional intelligence test?
I agree with you, Phoebe. And for everyone listening to me, one of the most painful things in life is to discover a couple who love each other and yet are walking away from each other. A lot of relationships are dissolved. The people call it off when they still really, really love each other. And I've seen situations where people have gone, killed their relationship and gone on, and they've not been able to love anybody else because they loved each other when they thought they were fighting too much. Emotional intelligence will help us. So, Phoebe, you are very right, and I agree with you.
Right. Stephen Ofori says, Uncle, please, is it right for a man to push his woman to pursue a master's degree whilst he, the man, has only his first degree?
Master, if master's degree, they be like that, why you two, go do them? You two go do your master's small. But no, I'm sorry, I think I've made a trifle of this. Listen, maybe it is possible the man is, even with a first degree, is in a very good position and is in a very secure job, or maybe running his own company, or has risen beyond what a master's degree would even have taken him. I think it is not wrong. I applaud you that you have the thought of your wife going on to add value to herself. And I hope she would understand it in the spirit in which you are offering it to her and take advantage of it and go and do her masters. But as soon as she comes back, you too, master, for shaggy reasons, just do your masters. Just do it to show that, well, me too, I can do masters, me too, I'll do some.
From Kwesi, Uncle, is it emotional intelligence when a woman tells you it is complicated?
It is complicated. There's one of my boys for whom everything is complicated. Ask him any question about his relationship, and his first answer is it is complicated. No, I think it's his short code. So you develop the emotional intelligence of unraveling what he's trying to hide. There's something to say, he doesn't want to say it. There's a reality he's afraid to confront. Help him. Create an environment of confidence, and I'm sure he'll be able to unravel what is complicated.
Uncle, I think it is important that I add that he finished by writing #Woman Wahala.
Yeah, Woman Wahala is also man Wahala, isn't it? Sometimes we think it is only women who give men problems. We also give them problems. If you see a woman walking through town, talking to herself, go and ask her. Go and ask her what's his name, and he will tell you the name of the man who is messing her up. Let's do a better job of our relationships, both sides.
Uncle, I am a 1-minute man. I am worried. What do I do?
There are exercises that can help you. For the young people listening, for the children listening, he asked a very important question. It's the frustration of every wife if his husband is 1 minute. 1 minute man is like somebody who goes to represent Ghana at the 100 meters. And even before the whistle goes for the race to begin, just the warming up. Or we are warming up, he's tired. His race is over. That's a 1 minute. Fortunately, there are exercises and there are things you can do that will help you. But let me take you to another level. After that 1 minute no show, don't go away. Now put on the real show. In other words, don't just ejaculate and go away. Ejaculate and try again. And the second time round is always a better improvement on the poor 1 minute thing.
All right, Uncle. Uncle, what do you do when during an argument your woman makes comments like, she can't live like this, whilst at the moment you are both going through it all, but the next moment she tells you she loves you and she wants you and you alone?
Emotional intelligence, my brother. What she said, I can't live like this, that's not what she wanted to tell you. You didn't hear. Listen to what she was trying to tell you but did not say. She knows this could be better. You could do better. We can all do better. That's what she's trying to say. She loves you. That girl loves you. Make her happy.
So, Uncle Ebo, so when the women are saying these things, do they know exactly what they want to say?
Yeah, they do. They do. And they think you also know. You know, women give us a lot of intelligence, so they give us a lot of credit. Because if she said that to a fellow, to a woman, the woman will understand, will get her perfectly. And they assume we are like that, but we are not. And that is why, join me next week when we talk about go to hell, he said. You understand how the mind of the man works. Yes, but they do. They do know what they want. Sometimes it's a feeling, and they are struggling to put it in words. But you do a much better job of trying to hear what she hasn't said, or what she hasn't said properly.
Uncle, how do we hear?
And who is asking this, man or woman?
Man.
The brevity of the question should have told me it's a man's question. We hear by listening. Listen to her. Really listen. Put up the phone. Put up the television. And put up the laptop. Sit down and say, my dear, I am listening. Listen. And then ask questions. So she talks and you ask her, can you help me? What I think I hear you saying is, have I got it right? She may clarify it. That is how you listen. That is how you hear.
Uncle. All right, so Marjorie asks, Uncle Ebo White, please, I am likely to marry someone who has a certificate course after an SSS certificate. I am going to do my master's soon. It bothers me sometimes because of what people will say. He is a good guy and puts up with my madness, but he's the best thing that happened to me. What do I do?
I would like you to go and listen to my presentation on Is Love a Con Job? If you can encourage him to also pursue something, that would be wonderful. But you should be worried about the differences, the discrepancy in your educational background, not because of what people will say, but because of what will happen in your home. Anytime you have an argument with him, he's going to say, you don't respect me because you think you've gone to school more than I have. It is going to create unnecessary tension. So have a serious talk with him. If you love him this much, I think he can do better. For his own sake, let him look for opportunities to add value to himself, and that will be great for both of you. But if he's not ready to move on, understand that marrying a man whose educational background is below yours carries with it its own problems, and the problems are serious.
Uncle, my wife of 15 years of marriage still wants all the oral sex moves, but she doesn't keep herself clean for all those moves.
All right, what do? Invite her to take her bath with you. So before you go to bed, my dear, let's go and take a bath together. I think that will help you. But understand, it doesn't work if both of you are not keeping yourselves clean and neat and smelling good. So see what you can do. But she doesn't even need to take a bath. So get a little face towel around and then dip it into water and clean each other up. That will be part of the fun, wouldn't it? Clean each other up. And then after that, game on. And whatever comes out of it, you can name him after me.
A response to that just came. He said, hey, Uncle Ebo, are you okay with oral sex?
Yes, I am. That's a simple question. Yes, I am. I don't think that is what your question is. I think you are surprised that I know about oral sex. But yes, I am. I think it helps. And especially in the case of the person who asks about being a 1 minute man, this may help you. This may save you in many, many cases.
All right, Uncle. Belinda says, Uncle, is it right for a man to expect his wife to say yes, sir, in all arguments? He goes like, that's how I know you. That's how I am. You know, you know better to change to suit me.
Is he also ready to change to suit you? Anyway, Belinda, he wants to say yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir, no kill anybody. Say yes, sir. But I hope that he will grow out of it. That is a very petty-minded person. Your wife doesn't need to call you sir, especially if she's not calling you. Look, deliver on point. Be on point as a husband. And you without any prompting from you, your wife will call you sir. And it will be the proper sir.
Uncle, women don't understand that a woman forgets certain little things, and it's not our fault because of what we do and how hard we work, and yet eats you up when that happens. Uncle, how do we deal with this?
Wait, read the question again. I think.
Okay, Uncle, women don't understand that a man forgets certain little
because
things.
originally you read a woman forgets. All right,
no,
that's what I'm saying.
Certain things.
Okay, so why don't you talk with her? And when you forget and she calls your attention to it, apologize. And then move on. But it's true that we are not particular with a lot of things. But since your woman at first said, then go through, put in place certain strategies to remember. For instance, her birthday. Put in place a way of reminding yourself. Your wedding anniversary, do that. Even if it means telling some friend of yours that, look, can you keep this date, or writing it on the wall, or circling it on your calendar, whatever you can do to remember some of those things, please go ahead and do it. It helps.
All right, Uncle. I decided to forgive my husband after he had an affair. But, Uncle, I'm afraid to move on. Maybe I will be a different person. Please help, because it's annoying and painful anytime I think of it.
Yeah, I can understand. Give yourself time, you will heal. But I think you did a good thing forgiving him. I hope he has shown himself worthy of the forgiveness and has called off the affair and is not playing games with you. But the important thing is just understand that it is not your fault. Don't take the blame for it. And then remember that there's a life after an affair. So give yourself time to heal. With time, you'll be able to move on. And then the anger you feel and the pain will go. And I wish you all the best.
All right, Uncle. Gladys says, married for over a decade. Husband continuously is not transparent. Especially, he doesn't take decisions with me about finances to his family. I don't feel loved because he always doesn't meet my needs in a lot of ways and cares less about my family too. I am indifferent about the marriage now, and I feel nothing even when he says I love you, because I feel nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry that is what is happening. It's unfortunate. I hope you are working and earning your own money. If so, then concentrate on managing your resources well. And then out of that, pay attention to your people as if he is not rising up. But I hope that with time, you will come to understand that this means a lot to you, that you can plan together and decide what you're going to give to both sides. So at the end of the month, we know how much is going here and how much is going there. It is wonderful and it works well. So I hope you'll get there. But in the meantime, if you are not working, begin now to look for opportunities to work. If you are working, begin to add value to yourself so that your earning capacity would increase. And then you wouldn't worry about what he is doing with his money.
Uncle, how much of emotional intelligence makes today's relationships?
How much of?
Emotional intelligence makes today's relationships.
Oh, you've got to. Without it, I can't see how you can build a successful relationship. Without it, you are likely to go from one relationship to the other. Without emotional intelligence, you are likely to always believe that you have the wrong woman in your life. when you have just a normal woman. So it is critical. It is vital.
From Stevens. Uncle, it is easy to attempt to use emotional intelligence to describe most of these situations, but I believe that there is the need to be able to distinguish between emotional intelligence and the real character of most ladies or women in relationships. If we have all agreed that women and men speak different languages in relationships, I think we all should be encouraged to study our partners and attempt to speak the language they understand, and not just leave everything to emotional intelligence.
Well, that is your comment. I wouldn't comment on your comment.
Okay, I have one, but it's very, very long. Uncle, thanks for your wisdom. If we had many men of your kind, the world wouldn't have been as difficult as it is. Sorry, a call came through. Okay. We've been together for 3 years now. The first year we met, after communication and research, I found out he was a good man. I found a husband in him, and he also found a wife in me. He had to go out of the country for his PhD at the ending of the same year, so he wanted us to get married before. But I felt it was so sudden, and I felt we didn't know each other that much. So he had a conversation, and we both agreed that he goes to school, then after 1 year, we could have the ceremony. But before he leaving, he met my parents and formally made his intentions known, after which I'm sorry. Okay. Luckily, after which he formally made his intentions known, after which he took me to his parents for a formal introduction as well. Luckily, both parents received us happily and easily because they were friends, which I got to know during our conversation and some research I did. We have always been apart since the relationship. He was in Accra and I am in Tamale. But leaving the country was worse, and we moved from talking hours a day to minutes a day. But we always go through because a conversation is all we had, and that was the understanding we reached. All plans we made before he left never happened because of the reason he gave, which I also understood. He has been in Ghana for almost a year now for data collection, and for some reasons, he is under pressure to get it done by the end of the year. I do understand that he is busy right now, but he ignoring me the whole day and only sending a WhatsApp message saying hello and how are you and how was your day bothers me. Sometimes I feel he's deliberately ignoring me and finding a way to say it's over. But then I ignore those thoughts. I'm trying to have a conversation. The first I did it emotionally and called him wicked, but later I regretted. Later I tried subduing my emotions, telling him how I feel. But then he seems not to understand and keeps on saying he's busy. I felt he should have done something little about the situation. At least try to, but I saw no sign. So I told my parents to talk when he sometimes ignores my calls and never returned my calls. All this made me overthink. He told my parents that there was nothing wrong, just that he's busy. But I feel within me that there's something wrong. I want to stop always calling and discussing the same issues, but Uncle, it's been difficult. The other time he told me he's having time to himself and thinking about every aspect of his life. If I'm not enjoying the space he's giving me, Uncle, I need your advice.
All right, here's my advice. Do we have a name?
Anonymous.
All right, here's my advice. Join me next week Friday when I treat Go to Hell, he said. Because we'll be looking at how to live with a man successfully and happily. Well, I think that is enough. We've taken a little bit extra time because of the hiccups that we had, and I appreciate your being with us. You could share this on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Periscope. And once again, we've just looked at how to live with a woman successfully and peacefully without killing anybody. Next week, God willing, we'll be looking at how to live with a man under the working title, Go to Hell, he said. Until then, stay blessed. Have a wonderful week. May God make your dreams come true. May God heal relationships that have gone bad. May he bring understanding where there's confusion. And if there are third parties in your relationship, may the Lord drive them out of your relationship so you can have a happy home. once again, thanks for staying with us. Stay blessed. They call me Uncle Ebo White. I am the CEO of Roman Productions, but I'm also very much committed to helping you become your better self. Your better self. You see, nobody goes into a love relationship to be miserable.